Or I'm just going to be 1,000% honest. If I were 22 today, I would not be dating black men at all, unless they were older. They'd have to be real old. Because they're too feminine these days for me. I like masculine, go get them. I'm gonna pay for that baby type men. Okay, where you want to go on vacation type men. That's what I like. If I was 22 today, I wouldn't date black men. I'm sorry. Y'all take too long to get y'all stuff together. Y'all want us to pay half the bills and sleep with you? No, can't do that. So I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not saying that other men are better than you. I'm just saying they're more ambitious than you. Yes, you can play basketball and football really good. You dominate the rap game, but the average non-famous black man has less ambition. I like ambition. Ambition leads to success. Oh, sorry. Others have a financial head start. They are not more ambitious. That's not really true. You can't use that as an excuse. If you're ambitious, you don't need a head start. If you good, you don't need a head start. Seriously, my husband didn't have no head start. He's black. He came from a family of 10 in the country. He didn't have no head start. So what's your excuse? You come up with every excuse instead of every solution. That's your problem. You're going to sit here and say, oh, this, oh, that. You're going to come up with 10 excuses before you come up with half a solution. That's why you stuck. That's why women make more money than you. And that's why you are stuck. Okay? And that's just the honest truth. Everybody sees that. Everyone. Except y'all.
All right, this is Shira7, okay? Y'all know who she is. Anybody that's looking at this video anyway, I'm pretty sure you know who she is or whatnot. She's an agent of chaos in our community and shit. You know, it's for no other reason than just to get the bag. All right? She's a, I want to say she's a fraud and everything, but black women see themselves as a separate ethnic group within our ethnicity. Okay, so you got black people, and then you got black women. They're on subset by their own fucking definition and shit. Okay, and I'm posting this clip because I want to tell a lot of these misandrous women, these insane misandrous women, these opportunists that don't see the forest for the trees and can't look up the streets to save their lives. I want to tell you that you don't give black men any impetus to be anything greater than they are. If what you say is true, you don't speak life into them, right? You don't raise them properly, all right? And then you complain about it. Your descendants or whatever, your daughters can't find, men in the community to be with and shit. And it's because you did it, okay? You destroyed these men, right? The first teacher of the child is the mother and shit. I'm gonna always say that. That is, kings. Anytime you hear a woman talking this nonsense and shit, no matter what the age, you always lead with that. Like, well, who's the first teacher of the child? It's the mother. Okay, they love taking credit for all the good shit, but they blame shit for everything else and rug sweep. All right, we can't let you do that anymore. That's counterproductive. Well, now you're gonna have to take this fucking L, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, we're gonna pinch your nose and we're gonna shove it down your throat. Okay, you're gonna take this blame, right? Because you're the guys that turned everything into a fucking turnkey business, including your wombs and your BJJ and shit. And it ain't worth nothing. It's just a service, it's a public service, utility, not even really a utility and shit. All right, so like you've preached that if men have a certain amount of wealth and everything, they can have your body and shit. What's that sound like? I'm not here to argue semantics and shit. I just want to say that, like, you women don't give men any reason to be anything greater than they are. Shit. And if they're doing it for just to get, some of your dirty, box and shit, then, it's not legitimate. It's not real. There's nothing real about it. And we can't consider those men as any part of our number. Okay? Right? You yourself are married. You don't practice what you preach. You're a fraud. Okay? And women are too, uptight and in their own headspace and shit, as narrow and small as it is, there's a P, to realize that, they're following a, a con artist, a grift. It's a scam. You're living a scam life. You don't, rate by your own fucking metric everything you're talking about. You would not rate to receive privileged treatment and shit. Okay, I've said this a million times, but I've seen women that get the treatment you preachers brag about, and they never have to ask or tell their sponsors to do any of that bullshit. These men are happy to do it and shit, and they never talk about it. The women never talk about it. And I've seen legions of them, okay, in my life, and I'm going on 55. All right, and I know she was in her mid to late 40s, okay, and if she isn't, that's a travesty and shit. She's no looker, okay. She's just a scam artist, and you women are so stupid and shit that you fund her lifestyle, and you pay for her little classes, and you talk her up online and shit because you're idiots. You're looking for something outside of yourself, okay. You don't have any self-determination to become something greater than you are. So you're always looking for a leader, and you're weak. And who wants to build with a weak woman and shit, man? Who wants to build in general? It's not your job to come into an organic relationship as some sort of business partner. Now, using that language disqualifies you from marriage or any kind of long-term relationship, or any of that other bullshit you say you want. No guy wants to be with some woman as a business partner. Someone he shares a bed with. You don't speak life in anything. You guys are negative as fuck. All right, you speak death into our community, and look at it. Look at your look at your little proteges and shit out there, destroying every goddamn thing and shit. All right, don't care what they do. They don't care how they look on the world stage. They say, well, I'm a boss bee, and I don't care what you think and shit. But you sit up online 24/7 on social media, making video after video, excoriating us, and just exhibiting the worst behaviors, making yourselves pariahs across the planet. That's what's really happening. Okay, you're destroying our image as a collective, but your image acutely and shit. Okay, black women are exposing themselves. I don't have a problem with that shit. I think more people need to see you guys for who you are and shit. Okay, the middle management for white supremacy. I don't even want to say white supremacy and shit, but you guys think of yourselves as a separate race, and you destroy your own ethnic group, and you can't get it together. So why would somebody want to fuck with you or put you in a position to harm them economically or otherwise, or legally, even physically? What makes you think you deserve to be a part of someone's life when you don't bring anything to it and shit? Okay. I don't want to say the table or nothing, but all you offer is a box, a used box. Your pussy is a red box, bitch. But nobody's renting videos anymore, okay? Nobody's renting your movies, all right? They're going overseas to look at a new, fresh movie and shit. Or they just saying, fuck it, man, and jack, using the right hand. It's preferable. You guys have become that bad. You're that bad. You suck, okay? When are you gonna get it to your fucking head? You guys are shitty life mates and shit. Nobody wants to do anything but take you to Pound Town and shit, because that's all you offer. That's how you present and shit. Okay? I ain't asking a bitch to wear a burqa and shit. I'm asking to act like a human being is too much. Right? Asking a woman to behave like a responsible human being and an adult is too much. And there's no more matriarchs. There's no women to teach you how to cross your legs when you sit down, or not to eat with your elbows on the table, metaphorically speaking and shit. Okay, you run your mouth all the time, and it's all about money. And you yourself have targeted an older gentleman and shit. Your husband looks like he's extremely tired. He looks extremely tired. All right, you don't get that way when you're in a healthy relationship. You don't look like you groom him or anything. You don't take him to the barber shop. You don't make sure he's cleaned up or anything. He just looks like he's been dragged to hell and back and shit, dealing with your issues. And now you should be ashamed of yourself. You are a bad life mate, a bad partner. And the evidence is all over the place. But luckily for you, you're a black woman, okay? And other black women co-sign your bullshit. Even when they know it's wrong, they'll still do it. All right? That's our great shame that the women, they, as long as another woman is doing it, they'll remain silent. It's a code of silence in our community that has destroyed it. Okay? And I just say that, currently in the modern times, circa 2024, men have no compunction about talking about this openly. We hadn't done so in the decades and generations preceding and shit. We just tolerated you all this time, all your bad behavior, all your backbiting, your being overt traitors to our ethnicity and shit, doing things against all of our collective, best interests, polluting our communities and shit, muddying the waters, being counterproductive. Okay? We can talk about that stuff, okay? And we're gonna clap back every fucking time, as many times as we need to do, because, I would say not to do it, but, if we've let you run, unopposed for generations, and look at our community, and look at the behavior of your ancestors, your daughters and your granddaughters. Look at the behavior, I used to joke that, like the 2030 or something, you sisters would be walking around on all fours with no clothes on, taking a dump out your ass because you wasn't potty trained and shit. And who knows? I gotta say, I got 2 sons and shit, and whatever my relationship is with their mothers, I potty trained both of my sons, and I taught them how to, put the clothes on right and everything. I did that shit. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get into it. Dumb bitch, I'm probably watching this. All right. Nah. He shitted on us, okay? He shitted on us. Sprinkle, right? What is that sprinkle? I think that's a sprinkle of piss. You better, wipe some of that off your forehead and smell it and shit, because I think this, life pissing on you. All right? I've never seen a woman that could shove her own head up it. So far, been her ass that she couldn't see the forest for the trees and shit. But hey, don't worry. Other black women support your malfeasant behavior, your criminal behavior, your hypergamously criminal grift. All right? Matter of fact, now that I think about it, I'm going to make a new series and shit. That's all. I'm gone.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the Black Patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.